Did you just fart? I invite you in my room and you fart while I'm filming. And I've been promising this video for a really long time. Babe, you're distracting me. What's up guys, it's Kelly and today I finally have another Nail Polish 101 video for you. I know it has been way too long since my last Nail Polish 101 video. I think the last one I did was either in January or in December maybe. I have been promising you guys this video on how to make your nails dry quicker for so long and I finally have it for you. So that's what we're doing today. We're talking about how to make your nails dry faster because you guys have been mentioning a lot in the comments of my videos that your nail polish either doesn't dry at all or you'll like let it dry for like 4 hours and then go to bed and you wake up in the morning and there's like creases from your bed sheets and that's a problem. So we're gonna fix that today. Alright, so I'm gonna give you guys a few just basic tips, things that I definitely think will make a huge difference for you, and then I'm also going to mention some tips and tricks that either you guys have mentioned in the comments or things that I've tried before that probably work or investments you can make, whatever. So let's just get into it, right? Alright, so tip number one is paint your nails with really thin coats. So this is something that you guys bring up a lot in the comments of my videos, probably because you guys seem to think that I am painting my nails with really thick coats of nail polish. So that's a myth. It's not true. I'm going to tell you why it probably seems that way is because I'm zoomed like all the way into my nail and you guys are seeing like an extreme close-up. So what is actually just a tiny drop of nail polish seems like a huge amount because it's like super zoomed in. But I can tell you I always use super thin coats. Even if you're like doing something with a polish that's like almost a one coater, you definitely want to go with a thinner coat and just do a second coat anyway just because it's going to help it dry quicker in the long run. So definitely paint on really thin coats. Again, if you are using a one coater, you might want to just paint like a really thin coat and then just go in with a second coat because it's just going to dry faster. It's worth it, believe me. Tip number two is related to tip number one because after you're painting on your thin coats, you want to make sure that your nail polish dries completely before you move on to the next layer of nail polish. So like let's take an example. If I am painting my nails solid purple, I'm going through my purple phase right now. First you're going to start with your base coat, you paint on a thin coat of base coat, and then you let it dry. So if you're painting on your base coat with the thin layer, it should dry pretty instantly. Usually by the time I'm done with my 10th nail, my first one's already dry. Then once that is dry and you can touch it and it doesn't smudge, then you can go in with your first thin coat of your purple nail polish. Wait until that's dry. Again, it's going to be super fast. Usually by the time you're done with your 10th nail, your first nail will be pretty much dry. You might want to flail around a little bit just to make sure it's totally dry, but believe me, when you use thin coats, it dries a lot faster. Tip number three, my favorite of all, which is always use a quick dry top coat. This is another thing that I just feel like people aren't 100% getting. That's because a lot of top coats you just assume are a quick dry top coat, but if a top coat doesn't say quick dry top coat on it, it is not a quick dry top coat. The only top coats that I use on my channel are quick dry because I cannot stand to wait like an hour for my nails to dry. I think that's absurd. So the one that I've been using lately, and I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about it because I literally talk about it all the time, is the Cuccio 7-second top coat. That is a hard one to say, and I feel like I'm always like second 7 top coat, but no, 7-second top coat. I know you guys have been asking me to do a dedicated review on this. I will eventually. I just haven't yet. I don't know why, but I love this one. I will put a link to it down below. I get it from HB Beauty Bar. I also have a 15% off discount there. I'll put that in the description as well. So this is a super quick dry top coat. It works amazingly, especially when I'm doing like nail art. I think I talked about this in one of my last videos that if you're doing nail art and you need the base color to dry like super quickly, you gotta go in with a quick dry top coat. That is your number one best friend for nail art. Tip number four is just a quick little hack, I guess, for making your nails dry faster. This is one, I've seen it a lot of times, so this is what I see on like Pinterest or in other videos where you take a bowl of ice water and you stick your hands in the bowl of ice water and it helps your nails dry quickly. A couple things about that. Number one, again, it does work. So when you're using cold water, it's gonna make the nail polish dry faster. But thing number two, thing that I don't really love about it is that you're like dirtying a bowl every time you do your nails, and you also have to like obtain a bunch of ice cubes, and I don't know, you have to like set it up before you do it because like how are you gonna grab ice cubes with wet nails, right? So I'm not a huge fan of that, but I did like a little modification of that hack. So this is what I do, and I do it almost every time I paint my nails just because it's like an easy trick for me. I will go to the bathroom, turn on the cold water at the sink, and I'll let it run for a minute until it's like extreme cold. You know when it's like uncomfortably cold? And then I will just stick my hand in there and I will let that go all over the nail polish. It'll dry it super quick. You want to wait like a minute in between like actually painting your nails so so that the water doesn't actually like dent your nails with the water. After you like wait a minute, give it a minute, flail around a little bit more, you can just stick your hand under the cold water, and I always just do that, and it just helps harden the nail polish. So that is a trick I absolutely love. Alright, so that's actually it for the main tips, but here are just a few other little things that I wanted to throw out there. A lot of you guys have been mentioning in the comments of my videos that you use quick drying drops or a quick drying spray. I personally don't like using those. I used to use them a while ago, but I feel like they changed the texture of the nail polish. I feel like I'm drooling. I'm like, I get so excited when I talk about nail polish that I start to drool sometimes. Just kidding, that's not true. I don't know. Producing a lot of saliva today. That's so weird. I hope I cut that out. I personally don't like to use those. I can't recommend any brands to you because I don't really love them. I just felt like they changed the texture of the nail polish. They sometimes like left a weird residue. I'm not a huge fan, and especially you cannot use them instead of top coat. You definitely have to use top coat like every time. If you guys have any suggestions for like a specific brand that you really like or you want to see me review on my channel, leave it in the comments below and I'll check it out. But like I said, not a huge fan. Another trick that a lot of people use is they will use Pam spray or like that canola oil spray on their nails to make it dry. I tried it in my Pinterest video. I did like a Pinterest hacks video about nail art to see if any of it worked. I'll also put that up in the card so you guys can check that out, but it didn't work for me at all. It was actually a huge fail. It just like made the nail polish just slide right off. But a lot of people told me in that video that I was doing it wrong, that you have to wait a little bit longer to let it dry completely before you do it, which I don't think makes that much sense. Maybe like you wait like 5 minutes, but at that point, like why not just use water, you know what I mean? If it works for you, then I mean keep on doing it because that's awesome, but I just personally don't want to do that. The last thing that I have for you guys is just a potential suggestion. If it's something that you're interested in doing, you can invest in a nail polish dryer. I do have a nail polish dryer. It was actually a gift from Evan that he gave me like 4 years ago now. I think it was like 4 years ago. It still works. It's in beautiful condition. So about nail dryers, you want to make sure that if you're using regular nail polish, you want a nail dryer with a fan. You don't want one that's like an LED or UV because that's for like gel or acrylic. You don't need that for regular nail polish. You just need one with a fan. So honestly, if you just want to like use a fan, you can go ahead and do that. That's totally fine. And I'm pointing there because that's where my air conditioning is. I do this in the summer all the time. Like if the air conditioning is blowing and I just painted my nails, like I'll just go up to the air conditioning vent and just be like this and let the cool air like hit my nails, and that just helps it dry. Or like if I'm feeling particularly crazy, I'll like stick my hands in the freezer. You know, like when the freezer's on, like and it's blowing the cold air, like sometimes I'll just like stick my nails up there. Kind of a weird trick. But yeah, so that is actually it for this video. Super quick, super easy tips. I think you guys can all easily follow them, and I think they're gonna make a huge difference. So give this video a thumbs up if you want to see another Nail Polish 101 video. I do have a ton of ideas for different Nail Polish 101 videos that I'd like to do, but I always want to hear your suggestions. So if you have any of them, leave it in the comments below. Also, if you have any other tips for making your nails dry faster, that'd be awesome if you leave them in the comments, and then anybody who's watching this video, you can just scroll down to the comments and you can see if there are any other helpful tips in there, because that'd be pretty awesome, right? Teamwork. If you guys haven't already subscribed to my channel, you definitely have to do that. I don't know what's up with YouTube, but they like to not tell my followers when I post a video, so if you always want to know when I have a video, you can hit the little notification bell. I'll try to put a picture here. I don't know if I have one, but hopefully I do. And yeah, I think that's it. So I'm just gonna... I feel like I have to admit this, I'm wearing another pajama shirt. But to be fair, oh, and I'm also wearing pajama pants. But I always wear pajama pants when I'm filming videos, you guys just don't know it. To be fair, I'm filming right now, it is 9:30 right now. So, it's pretty late. I think I'm allowed to wear pajamas. I'm sorry, I promise next time I'm gonna dress cuter. But today, I'm wearing a pajama shirt because that's how life is. One of these days, we're gonna talk about something serious, but that's not today.